What up, Nay?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Can you hear me?
What up, girl? How you doing? I can hear you. How you doing? Uh-oh.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. So we are back for season 2 of the reboot of the Real Housewives of New York, episode 4. So what is your thoughts on this episode? Scale of 1 to 10.
I'm gonna give it a 4, maybe a 5.
Wow. A 4? Wow.
What would you rate it?
If we could, child, I don't even know. Like,
Because I feel like you ready to rate it a 10 the way you had the reaction to my
4. I'm definitely not ready to rate it a 10. I feel like we're gonna spend half of this review saying what we said last week about the whole Uber thing. But let's just get into it. So the girls go to play tennis. Now, can I explain that I have never seen a bunch of rich women that don't know how to play tennis? Like, I have never seen, and I get it that all of them didn't grow up rich. I get that. But they've been rich long enough. Like, Jenna.
You don't need to be rich to know how to play tennis.
Well, I know you don't have to be rich to know how to play tennis, but when you think of like rich sports, don't you think of tennis?
Not necessarily. All you need is a racket and a ball and access to a court.
Right, but as the Williams sisters taught us, that wasn't always as easy as it sounds.
Well, they paved the way, and in 2024, it's a lot of courts, especially in DC. I mean,
okay,
I will say it does.
Well, that's all the more reason why can't none of these women not? Well, I mean, I guess because listen, I've gone to play tennis and I look just like them women. So maybe I should just, I don't know, maybe I'm being too critical.
Yeah,
because I look just like them women. I guess trying to play tennis. Oh, you don't know how to play.
I got a good serve. I got an okay backhand. I'm not gonna lie about the backhand, but I got a good serve from bowling. It kind of transfers.
Girl, okay, all right.
Don't hate because you just said you couldn't play.
I can't, and I've gone to play tennis and it don't work. It don't work. It don't work. Okay. But either way, so the ladies are there playing tennis. Now we get Raquel's story. It's a really sad story. I'm glad she shared it. We definitely got some insight. She told us that her dad rejected her. And she talked about, because it started off by somebody asking her about her last name, which
Brand.
She said that a lot of Puerto Ricans have French last names, but then she sent us on this whole story about how she got her last name. And she got very emotional. Brent said that she felt closer to her because they have similar stories. I don't think their stories are similar, but okay.
They're not because Brent, you had crappy parents in general. They were addicts.
Right.
Her dad just seems like an a-hole. He didn't want none of them kids.
Right, because it sounds like he didn't want any of his kids. And Brent, you reconciled with your dad before he died. Like you were able to have a relationship with your dad. I mean, granted, it was towards the end of his life, but I was like, girl, stop. You reaching, because your story is not like hers.
Brand could be Elastigirl because I feel like it's always a stretch for her. Like this entire episode, I feel like it was a stretch. It was a stretch. Everything she did,
it could always be a stretch for her. Child. So, oh my gosh, you know what? I just realized something. Damn it.
What? You gotta give me something?
No, I don't. No. I went and bought something today and I left it at the store. I just realized that I don't have it.
What do you mean?
I'll tell you. It's a whole story and I don't want us to go. Well, I'll make a long story short. I was getting a new phone and I got a new watch. The phone isn't in stock, but the watch was. But I left the watch. So I got to call.
You got me a new Apple Watch?
Huh?
You said you got me a new Apple Watch?
That is not even close to what I just said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, not even close. Anyway, moving right along. Because you know, with the new phone, my watch is obsolete. Like my watch doesn't work. It's not compatible. It's too old. Anyway, but I literally just realized that I walked out of there without. I don't have it. So I have anyway. Never mind. I just thought about it. Moving on. So the other thing that we realized that Uba and Sai are ignoring Bren.
And I feel like ignoring, is that really the right word? Or were they just minding their business and not talking to her?
That's how I feel. Like, honestly, I don't feel like that. So here's the thing. And this is where my real personality versus if I were on a reality show would come into play, because my real personality, that is who I am. Like, if I'm not effing with you, I'm not effing with you. And I literally can sit right next to somebody that I ain't effing with, and I don't have to say a word to them. It's like they're invisible. And I feel like that's what Sai and Uba were doing. Like they were talking to everybody else. They were personable. I mean, you know, I just feel like they didn't have nothing for Bren. And I was okay with that because in this moment, I didn't feel like they were, like, especially Uba, I don't feel like she was going out of her way to be rude to Bren. It was just, girl, I'm not effing with you.
Exactly. That's what it was.
I'm with it. So on the way back, we see Erin have a conversation with her dad. And honestly, that conversation hit different because we know her dad has passed away. So we definitely want to send out our condolences to Erin's family because her dad recently just passed away, like maybe not even like a couple of weeks ago. I feel like that's why they left that scene in there, is because she called her dad, because it really was nothing exciting about that scene. But I feel like it's because she called her dad and we now know her dad has passed away that they kind of put that in there. I don't know.
Probably. That's probably what they did.
Yeah. So the ladies are going to cook dinner. They're having Shabbat. They're making Shabbat. And I like the fact that we are experiencing other cultures and other religions. You know what I mean? Like, I like the fact that that all the ladies are cooking something to contribute to dinner. And so Sai, Uba, and who went with them? It was Sai, Uba, and Jessel went to the store to buy whatever they needed, and everybody else was at the house. And Bren is crying because she wants to go home because
she's
Uba
not getting
and
enough
Sai
attention.
aren't speaking to her. Basically, I feel like that's what it is. And then Erin talking about, well, I know what it feels like to be for the ladies to group to pile on, and I hate that she feels that way. First of all, what they did to Erin last year was a pile on. This is not a pile on. Now, Erin deserves some of the pile on, but Erin deserves some of the pile on, but that was a pile on. This is not a pile on. I do not. It was Uba. It was one-on-one. It was Uba versus Bren. Like, the rest of the ladies did not jump in. Even Sai didn't jump in, and Sai was the reason why they were arguing.
Exactly. So, but now this is where Uba is also just kind of fed up with Bren. So, you know, of course she used Sai as her excuse to start talking about how she felt about Bren. But at this point, she's just like, yeah, no, it's you, and I don't like you. At least I don't like you in certain situations and certain things you do.
Yeah. Yeah, right. I don't like certain things that you do. Exactly. So while the ladies are at the market, I feel like we got a great moment with Jessel. She was opening up about why it was important for her with having another child and why it was something she really wanted. And you know, I'm torn about that because on one hand, I definitely understand why it's important to her, but I definitely also understand where her husband is coming from and saying, child, we got these twins running around this house, climbing the walls. Girl, we do not need to add nothing else to the mix. But also I understand her saying, listen, that's all I have left. And if we destroy it and 2 years from now, we decide we didn't, we should have done it, but we're also paying a lot of damn money to store the egg. Like, we're paying a lot of money. So I definitely understand the dilemma. And it actually made me feel like I like Jessa a little bit in that moment, because Jessa really gets on my nerves. But in that moment, I was with her. I felt for her. I understood where she was coming from.
I got it. I like her. And I thought it was cute that they were playing like the Prices Right grocery store game. Like I was trying to guess. I was right for most of the items.
Well, good for you that you were right. I'm gonna be honest. I go grocery shopping and I probably wouldn't, because honestly, and this is not gonna sound good when I say it. Honestly, I buy what I buy. I like what I like. So I honestly really don't pay attention to the prices unless it's something that I could do generic or I don't necessarily need. But when it's stuff like, there's certain things I just buy every time I go to the grocery store, I really don't pay attention because I like what I like. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to buy Frosted Flakes if I want Frosted Flakes. I'm not going to buy, toasted cornmeal. Like, I'm going to buy Frosted Flakes. So yes, it's more expensive. I mean, it may not be any
cornmeal.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, if I like organic milk, I'm going to buy the organic milk. But I didn't realize how. And I also think some of those prices is because they were shopping in the damn Hamptons. Because some of that shit was ridiculous.
Yes. I feel like the eggs, I was far off on the eggs.
And even avocado oil. I've never used avocado oil, but that was expensive. You probably use avocado oil. Was that about right?
I do. I get it from Costco. They have a nice spray.
Okay. Because I knew that's something that you would probably, we know how you.
No, anyway. I'm not over here cooking with canola.
I know you're not cooking with canola. I don't even cook with canola, so All right, so the ladies,
no shade to the canola users.
Yeah, I mean, no shade to people that use canola and Crisco. I think my mama still use Crisco when she fry her chicken, so and I will eat my mama fried chicken all day, every day. Okay. All day long. Now, while they were out shopping back at the house, Brandon's still threatening to leave, and as a way to keep her there, Jenna says, well, I'll let you wear my diamonds. And all of a sudden, everything was better because she gets to wear Jenna's diamonds.
And she got attention, which is what she really wanted. She just wanted attention.
She just wanted the attention. Girl, it was a mess. I was just like, first of all, Jenna does have a lot of damn diamonds. Okay. That ring is ridiculous. Golly, Jenna Lyons. But we get back to the house. Yeah. Oh, Jenna definitely got money. We get back to the house. Everybody's cooking. Everybody's getting ready for the dinner. And I guess that was really it. Like, the majority of this episode, you're right. This episode was probably a 4. We found out that Aaron, because we almost done, child. We found out that Aaron has a fake roach that they're gonna prank the girls with. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, that prank could have went left, that prank could have went right, because
I thought it was going to go left.
Yeah, I definitely didn't think it was going to go the way it went. Like, I honestly I was pleasantly surprised. Not only if I was Jenna, but if I was Uba, after I got myself together, I'd have been pissed as hell. I don't know, but it's cool. So the ladies, they're giving Shabbat. Now, did you find it interesting that is it Rebecca? Is that her name, Rebecca?
Mm-hmm. Bex
is a Scientologist and Jewish at the same time.
That's what Erin said. She said they couldn't be more opposing religions. How are you both?
It was weird to me too. And I mean, I've studied Scientology. When I say study, like I watched documentaries and stuff. I mean, listen, if you like it, I love it, girl. But what was funny was she needed
Why would you say you studied it? It did just say you wait, ma'am. When you say you studied something, I'm assuming you read. You watch.
That's why I changed it. That's why I changed it. It was like, okay, I ain't really study Scientology. That's why I had to switch it up and be like, all right, I watched the
like you had a project in school. Yep. I was studying domestic violence. I watched that every day. Ma'am. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish.
Listen. All I'm saying is, look, if you like it, I love it. I can't tell nobody girl, do your thing. Do your thing. Okay.
No comment. The only thing I have about her is why are you on the show? Why?
Well, what was funny was she knew the prayer better than Aaron did, and Aaron was questioning her being able to being Jewish and a Scientologist, and she knew it better than she did.
Aaron was probably just focused on being a good host.
Child, and she says that the women usually don't lead the prayer, so But I thought it was cool. They did talk now. Jessel do be asking some dumb questions. While they were having dinner, because Jenna had on this latex, so they got into this conversation about sex dungeons and the latex and all of that. And Jessel, what did Jessel ask her? Jessel was like, what did Jessel ask? Jessel asked her something stupid. And Jenna was like, girl, what? Like, what? No, she said, did you get an invitation to the sex club or something? What did she say? It was something she asked her, and Jenna looked at her like she was crazy. Jenna was like, girl, what the fuck? What is wrong with you?
I can't remember. I just remember Jenna talking about dating that guy, and hold on one second. Dating that guy, and then she talked about the sex dungeon.
Right. So dinner seemed like it was really nice. I mean, everything went really well at dinner. And then we get to dessert. And dessert is where they decided to slide the roach into the dessert. Like I said, the dessert seemed to go really well. I mean, the joke went really well. Uba got up and she threw up, and then Sai went to go check on her, and then Sai started throwing up, which I would have been Sai because I cannot stand the sound of it. I cannot stand the smell of it. Like, I would have done the exact same thing she did. The minute I went to go check on her, I would have thrown up. I would absolutely have thrown up. But everybody laughed and everybody enjoyed it, and so it went really well.
I thought it was funny that that Jenna took the roaches.
Yes, yeah, Jenna had a good time with them roaches.
I thought it was
Jenna had a good time with the roaches, child. Okay, but it was a good time. It was a good time. Now, what I found interesting, and I mean, everybody kind of went to bed, right? Didn't everybody go to bed? So the next day we're having breakfast. Wasn't that the end of the night? I just want to make sure that was.
So everybody went to bed, yes, and then everybody went to bed, and then it's the next day that we find out that Aaron, Uba, and Brent had a conversation that night.
Right. Black Empress, you said, but why go if your stomach can't handle it? Why go where? What are you talking about, boo? I don't know what you mean. Why go if your stomach?
They didn't know.
Why go check on my? Why to go check on my friend?
She's saying like, why go check on your friend?
Well, but that's what I'm saying. It doesn't. It would have made me like, I know me. I may not have, but I'm just saying I would have been Sai. Because I don't think when Sai went to go check on her, she knew she was throwing up. I think she just went to go make sure she was okay. I don't think she knew she was, head over heels over that toilet. But neither here nor there. Yeah, so we found out that overnight that Bren, Aaron, and Uba had a conversation and that they made up. Now, here's where I got confused. This whole scene confused the entire fuck out of me. Because to hear Bren tell the story, Bren was saying that I was trying to talk to her because I didn't want her to look like the angry black woman on camera. And I was just trying to tell her, she should, basically should tone it down and watch herself on camera. And then Uba started talking about Brynn lying to her or cutting her off. I mean, not lying, Brynn cutting her off, and that's why she started being nasty to her, because she was cutting me off. And if you cut me off again, I'm going to call you names again. I'm sorry, did they have the same conversation?
I took it as was calling her the angry black woman and telling her how to behave and being condescending. Like, to me, those were the things that I remember Uba being mad about.
Okay, I remember her saying being condescending. I do remember her saying that. But then when Brynn was like, but don't call me, but don't talk to me like that, but don't call me names. And she was like, girl, I'm going to talk to you, if I feel like, because she said something about cutting her off. And she's like, if you cut me off, I'm going to do it again. You remember that part? Maybe I just remembered that part. But yeah, she did say Brynn was being, because it seemed like at first they were cool, and then they started talking. Oh, okay. Well, maybe that's why I was confused, because it seemed like they were cool, and then I don't know. It just seemed like it went left, and I was confusion.
That's exactly what happened. They were friends, or they were acting like they were cool. Then they started talking about what happened last night. Then Uba started to get more upset. And then Brynn was like, oh my gosh, but you're not letting me talk. And now you're hurting my feelings. And now I'm kind of over it.
Yeah, because definitely Brynn was like, girl, I'm over this. I'm out of here. I'm gone. Like, I'm not dealing with this. Yeah, she definitely got up out of there. Now that she did do. She was like, I'm over it and I'm gone. I don't know. I really feel like either A, we're not getting the whole story, or B, Uba is doing a whole lot for the camera. And I don't know which it is at this point. Honestly, I don't know which one it is at this point.
I think it's some of both. Because she was saying like, oh, Uba, I want you to get married, and I don't want him to see you this way. I want you to get married. And I just felt like, why would you think that that's your responsibility to tell her?
And I honestly don't feel like Uba was, I don't know. I was just confused by the whole damn thing, if you really want to know the truth of the matter. Like, the whole thing just confused me. I'm over it. I'm over that whole story. I don't know. I don't even know how to word it. It's just, I don't know.
I don't think we got the full story on that.
Yeah, I really feel like there's something that we're not getting. Like, there's a part of this story that we are missing, and I don't know what it is. And it may not even be an important part of the story, but I definitely just feel like something we're not getting. There is something we are not getting, because this shit just makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
El Michelle said, I agree with Uba in this final fight, because I fully understand what Uba and Sai are saying now. I don't.
No, I definitely, like, by the end of the trip, I was more so on Uba's side, because it was just like, Brynn, you're upset over what right now? Why do you need to cry? Why do you need to threaten to leave again? For what? Get over it.
I don't know. Maybe I'm lost because I just don't care. I don't know, but I am so lost with this whole, because I really feel like it's something we're clearly not getting. I do not understand why. Like, I understand Uba being irritated, but I do not understand the level of anger. But again, maybe it's just stuff we don't know about. Maybe it's just more to the story. Like, I don't know. But it's just really weird to me. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sick of I guess I'm just sick of both of them, honestly. I'm sick of them. I'm just sick of both of them.
Yeah, and I hate that they ended the show on that, because this is pretty much what we've been seeing for the past 2 episodes when it comes to, like, their overall dynamic. So it's exactly. Like, here we kind of go again, yet another episode of either people complaining about Brynn or Bryn being annoying, or like Bryn being in her feelings. It's like something probably, or whatever happened with that text message in the beginning, she pissed everybody off. So people went into the season not really caring that much for her, some of the girls. And so now it's kind of like she wants to make sure everybody likes her, is on the same, or is on the same page as her. And if they're not, then it's like, oh my gosh, we're like, why can't we get along? Like, why are you being mean to me? But Uba's reaction, I will say, she can do a lot better. And she kind of like feeds into what Brand could possibly be trying to do and like manipulate in terms of the dynamic. So it's just like, you don't really look a lot better calling her a snake and all these things, when granted she might be doing things behind the cameras to show that, but it's not showing up on our TV screen. So you end up looking like a bully sometimes.
A lot of the times.
I was trying to be nice.
Right now, again, I get it. I understand that, like, from the perspective of trying to look like an angry Black woman, great. But I didn't see you having that conversation with Sai last year. I think Sai had a
okay. That's immediately what I thought of. Why didn't you call Sai a ghetto girl from the hood, from the inner city, when she was going in on Jessel on that freaking boat? Because that was probably the worst I've seen. Or honestly, the other moment was Uba, when Uba was going in on Aaron.
right. But
like, she saw her sunglasses. She saw her stuff.
Right. She saw her sunglasses. When she yanked them sunglasses off her face, that was terrible. Like, that was bad. And I said it last year. I was like, you don't get to put your hands on somebody like Uba. Girl, you can't do that. Like, I remember having that conversation last season. But I feel the same way. I'm like, okay, at what point, like, I don't remember you doing, like, I don't feel like it was about you looking out for Uba. I don't know. Maybe because we didn't see that conversation, we're missing something. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
I think we're seeing
Brand is a colorist. Wait now, Phil, you just came in out of left field. Where you get colorists from?
I feel like she like Uba.
I don't understand where you're getting she's a colorist from. I don't know where that's coming from. Why? Because she said something. She didn't say something to Sai, but she said something to Uba. That makes her a colorist?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think we y'all know how I feel about people just using the word colorist. I think we use the word colorist way too easy. I don't think people really, and I'm not talking about you, Phil. I'm saying in general. I think that has become a catchphrase that a lot of people use. I just don't agree.
Yeah, like, if we got different skin tones and I don't like you, I don't like you. And Granny, exactly. I might not like your family either. Y'all might have similar skin tones.
Right. Like, I just, if I don't like you, I don't like you. Like, whatever. Brand wants to use her Blackness like a coat, put it on and take it off when she wants, but uses white women tears all the time. I agree with you.
I agree. I don't know who said that, but I agree.
Yet she only addressed Uba plus her overt sexual energy towards Black men versus white men. What does that have to do with colorism?
Huh?
I don't feel like you lost me, baby.
Sexual energy for everybody plus Jenna.
And when have we seen her around a Black man?
I think it was one Black man last season. I think he was at somebody's party, like serving or something, or maybe maybe it was his house and they were renting it from him. I don't know. It was one Black man who I remember being on the show last year, and I think she flirted with him too.
She flirts with everybody. Like, that is what she does. And I think, right. And I think because it's worked for her, like, that's what she uses, because I think that's what has worked for her over the years. But I just think that's who she is. I mean, I don't know, like, the trainer last season, but I don't feel like she treated the trainer any different than she's treating people's husbands. I mean, maybe I missed it. I don't know.
If anything, she went too far with Aaron's husband.
She absolutely went too far. And she still flirted with Aaron's husband. You saw that scene where she was flirting with Aaron's husband earlier when her and Aaron were arguing. And then she's flirting. I'm like, she's still, which tells me You didn't learn anything last year when the ladies were trying to talk to you about the things that you were doing and why they didn't like what you were doing. It tells me that you didn't learn anything from that because she absolutely was flirting with Aaron's husband again. It was definitely a different energy. But how does that make her a colorist? I don't understand how that makes her a colorist if she's flirting with. First of all, I don't remember that. But even if I did remember it, explain to me how that makes her a colorist. Maybe there's something I don't understand. She didn't. I was just saying it's the trainer from last season, but that was a black guy. Oh, okay. Plus, she only said, "I don't want you to be angry black woman for this white man." Huh? Phil, I don't know what you're talking about.
He's saying that she probably specifically said that to Uba because she is dating a white man. At least I think that's maybe what he's saying.
But that still doesn't tell me how that makes her a colorist. I don't understand.
I don't think
those things have nothing to do with her being a colorist. Huh?
I said I don't think that was related to the colorism, is it? Or I think he was just saying it, or was he saying it because of...
Oh, I don't know. I thought he was still trying to explain to me how she's a colorist. Okay, my bad.
No, I think he left that alone.
Oh, okay. All right. I think he is referring to how she polices how Uba acts compared to how Sai acts. But that ain't what he's saying. He's talking about the black the male energy. That's what he's talking about. But I still don't. Okay, never mind. It's okay. It's okay. It's your opinion, baby. It's your opinion. I just don't understand where colorism comes in. But it's your opinion. It's your opinion. That's how you feel. It's all good. It's all good. Okay. Anyway, anything else, Nate? You see, it didn't take us that long to get through that episode, child. Lord have mercy.
No. I told you my rating for the episode was a 4.
Yeah, I have to agree with you on that one.
I don't know if this season will get better, honestly.
It ain't gonna get. It's definitely not gonna get better if all they're gonna do is argue. If Uba and Aaron are gonna argue about Bryn, it's definitely not gonna get better.
I agree.
I hope. I mean, I keep saying I hope this is the end, but it can't be if they're still arguing at the end of the damn season. So I just think it's more to the story that we're not getting. Because even when Uba was on Watch What Happens Live, and that was one of the questions that they asked her was, "Do you think you overreacted?" And she was like, "No, I don't," because and she like alluded to it's more to the story. But I'm like, girl, I need to know what that is. I need to know what the more to the story is, because at this point, I'm sick of it.
Yeah. I'm sick of it too.
I'm losing interest. I understand.
No, I'm losing interest too. I'm absolutely losing interest.
Why aren't the white women angry, just the black women? Well, because that is a stereotype that they attribute to black women. So I think that's where that conversation came from, that she was saying, I don't want you to come off as the angry black woman. I mean, that's where that comes from. Now, why don't they say that white women can be angry? I mean, that goes back to the whole, the angry black woman stereotype. But I don't think it's a situation where black women can't, where white women can't be angry, but it's just that black woman, that's where that comes from, Phil. Especially when all the other housewives, not only that, but all the other housewives shows are coming back. Like Beverly Hills is coming back next month. Potomac is back. Married to Medicine is coming back. Atlanta will be back at the beginning. Like, they better kick it up or they're going to be in trouble. The only one we haven't heard about is New Jersey.
Honestly, I don't even keep up with a lot of them. But the other day I had like time to kill. I was just waiting for somebody to hang out, and I was watching the first 2 episodes of Salt Lake City, and it was like, oh, okay, Whitney arguing with people again, the same people arguing. I think that's the part where it's like I kind of get bored with, when it's the same people having the same arguments, but then they just make it about different situations. And it's like, y'all are having the same argument.
That's how I feel about that's how I feel right now with this brand Uber thing. Like, I don't care anymore because honestly, I don't follow it. It doesn't make sense to me. I feel like Uber is putting 20 on 10. Do I think that Brand does some shady shit? Yes. Do I think that Brand, plays word games? Absolutely. Yeah, I think all of those things can be true. But at this point, I do think Uber's response is real extra. I mean, that's just my opinion. I think her response is real extra. And Aaron and Jenna pacify baby Brand, and it's annoying. I agree. I do think that they give her a lot of passes. They give Brand a lot of passes.
Absolutely.
And see, Sai and Uber don't. Like, Sai and Uber do not give her those passes. And maybe that's why Uber comes off so angry. I don't know. I just think maybe there's something we're not getting. Maybe there's more to the story that we're not privy to. I don't know. Because I don't know. And I really don't want to be over it, but I'm kind of over it. You know what I mean?
I was about to say, I'm close to not caring about finding out.
Yeah, I agree. Well, you guys, we're going to stick with it as long as we can. We're going to stick with it as long as we can. Y'all know we're going to stick with it as long as we can, child. But with that being said, any final thoughts, Nay?
Let's hope next week is better.
I hope so. Looks like it looks like Jessel is having a Clueless party, and that looks cute. A little theme party. That's cute. But it looks like Brandon's still talking about Uber, child. So I hope that's not the whole episode. I hope that's like a quick blip. Okay? A quick blip.
Same.
All right. Well, thank y'all for being here. I'm gonna get out of here, and we will talk to y'all later. Mwah. Peace. I do think it got better when you